Hey guys, welcome back to the workshop. Today we're going to do a project that was a request from a friend of mine named Ethan Carter. He's a leather worker, maker extraordinaire, and he asked me to make him a metal scribe. So I want to do a little bit of a different approach. I actually make pins for a living. I used to build surfboards for a living. I'm sure some of you know that. And I want to do this video as how I would bring something to market, bring a product into the marketplace. So while we're in the build process, I'll give you some voiceover showing the things that I changed and the different iterations I made, and then we'll do a recap at the very end and show you the final product. So I hope you enjoy. So for this project, we're going to use brass. Brass is basically like catnip for leather workers. They just can't get enough of it. Originally I started out with a 20-degree taper, but I realized that was nowhere near enough, and I ended up doing a 10-degree taper for the final. So be sure that you make all of your stamps crooked. That way people know that it's handmade. One of the main things I wanted to do was use CA glue to attach the magnet and the tip. That way you can torch it and replace them if they happen to get damaged. Alright, so let's talk about some of the progression as I started making this scribe. The first thing that you'll notice is that from the first one to the finished one, I did a steeper taper. I wanted to be able to thin this out a little bit so this scribe could get down into some holes or things like that. And this one was just a little too fat. I like the look of this better. Second thing was, when I made this first one, it just felt too long in my hand, and I decided I needed to cut it down. Then when I cut it down, it felt a little too short. So you can see that the finished piece here is actually about a ½ inch longer than the shorter cut there. And then this here, this was me working my way through different drills to figure out how much of a pressure fit I wanted up for the magnet. These magnets are very brittle, so if you have too tight of a fit, it'll crack the magnet. If it's too loose, like this one was, it'll flop around. So that's basically the progression that I made through these, obviously, and then I polished this one after giving it the stamps. Changes like this was a very fast progression in one day. Other products take a lot more time. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys some insight and how I bring a product to the market, the iterations, the testing that I will do. So as for now, this is how it sits finished, and I appreciate it.